Greetings everyone, Zannrath here, welcome back to Everlasting Summer, and last time we counted medical supplies with Lena. We're going to take her to the pier, through the dark and scary forest. Now let's go ahead and pick that up then. Without finishing, she grabbed onto my arm. Is it okay with you? Now it's my turn to blush. Of course! We walked through the forest. It was hardly a forest though. More like a small grove between the camp and the pier. Oh, in that case, it's not that bad, I guess. 100 meters long. We're talking about the grove, right? I would never think that there would be anything to be afraid of, even on my own. But it seemed like Lena's fear was contagious. The branches swayed over us, I shuddered, and Lena clung to my arm even more strongly. Don't be afraid. It must be a squirrel. Yeah. We reached the pier. The night was really beautiful. Okay, I thought more stuff was going to happen. I thought we were going to get, lost. But it just turned out to be, it's a grove. That's why I ended it. Even though I said I was going to wait until the pier. Last episode. Anyway, I walked closer to the river and called Lena. Look! The pier, the boathouse, and the moon were reflecting in the water. It looked like another world, with the surface of the water being the door to Wonderland. You could jump in and find yourself on the other side. May I have this dance? I extended my hand to her and bowed clumsily. Lena hesitated. I must have overdid it with my mannerism. There's nothing to fear. I'm no good at it either. Why either? She never said she couldn't dance, though. It was kind of obvious. Okay. Alright, she gave me her hand. I led her a bit aside and gently put my arm around her waist. We stood like that for a few moments. And what's next? Well, I don't know. Do you remember that song? Barely. But I remember. Great! Let's waltz like in the movies. How's that? Instead of answering her, I carefully started to move in a circle with Lena. See? Not that hard at all. I thought I was the one who didn't know how to dance. Why am I leading? Yeah. We waltzed for several minutes. Of course, or not of course, or whatever you call it. I felt her warmth, though we were not that close to each other, Her chest heaved heavily and her face started to blush more and more. Lena didn't look at me, averting her eyes from one side to another. I suddenly realized that I had never felt anything like this before. It was tenderness overtaking reality, as if I found myself in another, better world. I realized that I didn't want to let this girl go, and that I would give up anything just to go on waltzing with her forever. I clasped Lena tighter, and only then she did look straight at me. There was surprise and confusion in her gaze, but no fear whatsoever. She wasn't afraid of me, and didn't push me away. And you said you can't dance. I really can't. I was confused. I didn't expect that reaction from her. Where has her confusion, shyness, and fear disappeared to? You too. Dance pretty well. I know. A playful smile crossed her face. Or maybe it just seemed so to me. No, I swear I saw it. How is it that possible? The image of shy and modest Lena didn't fit together with this moment at all. What should I say? What should I do next? I could only keep on waltzing with her in this dance, which was getting stranger with every passing minute. Semyon, where are you? Oh, man. Caught, busted. They're gonna think I'm doing dirty things to her. The voice came from the edge of the forest. Damn, worst timing ever. Semyon! It was Olga Dmitrievna. She must have been worried because I should have been back a long time ago. I should have guessed that tireless camp leader would start searching for a lost pioneer. I should have warned her beforehand. Oh, there's no point in thinking about it now. Lena looked at me questioningly. There you go. Being seen together would not be the best thing. Why? Uh-oh, she's ashamed to be with me. Oh, that's the worst. Let's go and tell her that everything is alright. No, let's hide her and return to camp later. Ooh. Okay, I see where she's going. Her idea was strange. Everything was going so well. At least something was starting to work out. Or seemed like it did. But what was that something? Okay, then. I decided not to argue. It wasn't appropriate in such a situation. Olga Dmitrievna shouted for a while and left. Let's go. Yes. Now we're going to the actual woods, maybe. Lena didn't grab onto my arm on the way back. I was a little bit frustrated, but wasn't certain enough to take the first step. We kept silent again. It was not typical of Lena to start a conversation, and I just didn't know what to say after everything that had happened at the pier. Or that happened at the pier, she kept looking at the ground on the way back, keeping her usual expression. What a bizarre change. Or, to be more precise, what was bizarre was that smile on the pier and Lena's words. She stopped at the square. Well, I have to go. Oh, okay, that's too bad. Okay. Thank you for today. Yes. Lena turned around and headed to her cabin, and I kept standing where I was. What the hell was that? That dance, that sudden change in mood and everything, and then everything was back to normal. It was like I was embracing another Lena in that short moment. That's right, she wasn't herself. She seemed a completely different person. Maybe I don't know her well enough? I had a feeling before that Lena hides something under her mask of shyness. Yeah, it takes much longer than 2 days to understand someone. Oh, it's only been 2 days? Okay. Damn. What should I do? Maybe I was just seeing things. I don't know if there was a just in there. I just threw that in there if there wasn't. I walked to the leader's cabin. The whole camp was sleeping, so there was no one to see me. So what? What's wrong with a pioneer taking a walk at night? When I was almost at the door, I heard a noise behind me. I'm gonna say Olyana. The branches of the bush near the trees rustled as if someone moved there. There shouldn't be any wild animals here. Someone must have been watching me. That very moment, I rushed in the direction of the noise. I forced myself through the bushes and looked around. It was too dark to see anything or anyone. There was no point in going on. You're just going to dragging this on. Just show us who it is already, even if someone was watching me, he must have gone already. I went into the cabin. The light inside was on. Oh, I guess we won't see who was spying on us. Looks like she's still awake. Hey, look at that dress. Semyon, where have you been? Wait, why haven't you changed out of your dress yet? I thought everyone was already sleeping. What do you mean, where? Me and Elena were sorting medical supplies in the infirmary. I told you before that I would do that in the evening. Really? When was that? It took you long enough. I was in the infirmary about a half an hour ago. It was closed and the lights were off. Oh, man. How are we going to talk our way out of this? Well, we decided to have a little walk. I'm fretting about you while you're out having a walk? Or no question there, just exclamation. Well, sorry. I'll let you know beforehand next time. Please do. Go to bed, it's late. I can't help agreeing with her. It was, by any measure, a hard day. I was too tired to think about the evening's events, and I doubt I would have any decent thoughts. The main thing is that I have not a single idea how to react to all this. To Lena, to this whole world. I practically haven't spent even a minute on looking for answers. Moreover, I've been avoiding it as if the possible discovery scared me. And Lena, the time I spent with her was much more important than all my attempts to return to the real world. I could worry myself for a long time, trying to understand what I did wrong and what I didn't do at all, but exhaustion overcame me. Day 4. I woke up with a hellish ringing inside my head. The ringing seemed to be coming from the depths of my consciousness. But after I came to my senses, I realized that the cause of this ringing was my alarm clock. Oh, wow, dude. Who would have thought? Strange, where did it come from? Why is it standing near my bed? I guess we sleep over here because there's a bra over here. For some reason, I thought this is our bed, but I think that's Olga's bed. It was 7:30 according to the clock. Olga Dmitriev. Oh my god! I thought I had it, and then I messed it up. Dmitrievna. Oh my god! I think I've been singing that so badly. Had already left, and there was nobody to force me to go into the lineup. Thus, I can sleep a bit more. I closed my eyes, but seemed like my consciousness had already had its coffee and was ready for a long, productive day. I need to get up. I should plan my day out. After all, I need to find out some. I need to at least find out something today. But still, nothing came to my head. Fine. I need to wake up completely and wash myself. On my way to the washstand, I met Xenia. What got you up so early? Oh, she's mad. Anything wrong with being up early? She looked at me as if I had insulted her. No, nothing. Just curious. None of your business. Gosh. Xenia isn't very sympathetic even when she's in a good mood. Today she just looks furious. Or looked furious. The cold water perked me up. The fog in my head dissipated and my thoughts started arranging themselves. Curiously, I started to worry about finding a good place in the canteen more than about finding answers. I brushed my teeth and was going to leave when a quiet sound wafted past my ears. It's probably a squirrel or some other animal. I heard another sound, this time a bit farther. I walked 10 meters along the path, searching for the source. Nobody, just the morning forest. Oh, it's Miku, I think that's her name. I returned to the wash stands and saw, oh yeah, there it is. Saw Miku, who was looking for something in the grass. Noticing me, she smiled and jumped up to me. Oh, hello, good morning. I accidentally scattered my tooth powder, just trying to gather it all back up. Dewy grass didn't seem to be helping matters. Are you sure that's a good idea? Well, why? What else can I do? I don't have any more. It was the last I had. She pouted like a child who had just had her favorite toy taken from her. Here, I'll give you mine. I dug into my bag. No tooth powder there. Strange. I didn't put it in there. I walked away for just a minute, and now it's gone. Listen, it looks like I've forgotten it. Oh, I'm gonna invite her back to my cabin. Wink. I didn't want to tell her that it had just gone missing. Knowing the sensitivity of this girl, it was safe to assume that vanishing household goods would impress her so much that her brain wouldn't reset itself in order to avoid overheating. Well, I'll be off. Yeah, cheers. Visit me in the music club. I'm still alone there, but I. Miku's voice faded in the freshness of summer morning far behind me. The freshness of the summer morning. Getting back to the leader's cabin, I took my cell phone and looked at the battery meter. Enough power for the day, maybe even less. Of course, it wouldn't help me much here, but still. Finding a charger in the 80s would mean inventing it. I was going to head for breakfast when somebody knocked at the door. It was Lena. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. I was taken aback. The events of the previous day were still fresh in my memory, but I didn't really want to speak about them. You're probably looking for Olga. Oh. Yeah, that's why it messed me up, because it had a Y in the name. It's like, did it always have a Y? Oh my god, okay. Dmitrievina. Aren't you? Well, no. Yes. Lena was her usual self, shy and easily embarrassed. That dance on the pier, now it seemed no more than a dream. She's not here, I'm sorry. Okay then. I'll go. Okay. Man, you should have supposed to invite her in, right? Sit down and talk a while. When Lena left, I thought I had been too cold towards her, so I decided to be nicer on our next encounter. Still, regardless, the morning was shining and beautiful. The bright sun was shining over the space and time displaced Pioneer Camp Sovionok, warming its residents and filling them with energy to spend the day productively. Or in my case, to waste it in futile efforts to find an explanation for everything here. There was an unusually large crowd near the canteen. Of course, there was no other place in the camp that pioneers loved as much as the canteen, but why were they all crowding on the porch? I came closer to find out what was going on. It looked like all the camp had gathered at the porch. There were all the familiar girls, Olga Dmitrovna and Electronic. They were having a lively discussion. I drew closer. Ah, Semyon. Have you seen Shirk today? I was gonna say, where is he? Nope, what's the matter? We haven't been able to find him since early morning. Uh-oh. Disappearing pioneers, well, not something new. But he was with you yesterday. She was talking to Electronic. Yes, he was. So you woke up this morning and he wasn't anywhere to be found? No. Why didn't you come to me immediately? Was he the guy who was spying on us? And maybe he's the one who took her toothpaste powder or whatever thing. Well, I thought that he got up early and went to wash up or something. Did he mention anything yesterday? Interjected Slavia. For example, that he was going anywhere, for instance? Nope. What exactly is horrifying about that? It's only 9 a.m. He might have decided to go for a walk. Good excuse. You don't know Shirk. She looked over at me seriously. Well, no, I don't. But it didn't seem anything suspicious in the situation. Okay, let's stop panicking. We'll find him. How could he miss breakfast? Olyana grinned. Exactly, it's time to eat anyway. Oh damn, everyone's here. That makes sense. He said everyone was here, except Shirk. The pioneers proceeded to into the canteen. Yet again, it had nowhere to fit in. The only free place was the table with Alyssa, or yeah, whatever, and Olyana. Take a seat. She pointed at the chair next to her. I sat down. Aren't you going to get your food? Good idea. I hadn't thought about that. Today's breakfast didn't look much different from yesterday's, but it looked more appetizing. Or maybe I was just very hungry. Or maybe I was eager to finish it off as soon as possible to avoid yet another Olyana prank. Want to go to the beach with us today? When? Right after breakfast. Generally speaking, relaxation wasn't on my agenda today, but if I was going to spend my time thinking, why shouldn't I do it while getting a suntan? Sure, why not? Ah, cool. She smiled nicely. I bet you're planning another prank. No, not at all. Olyana waved her hands at me. She sure is. Alyssa grinned. She's always like that. No way. I think she's right. Nobody believes me. Olyana took a tray of dirty dishes and stood up. Enjoy your meal. She said in such a way which left no doubt. Nothing good awaits me today at the beach. Me and Alyssa were left alone. You know, I guess I shouldn't go with you after all. Why's that? Well, I've got something to do. And what exactly would that be? She looked in my eyes, and I couldn't even find an appropriate excuse. I don't even have a swimsuit. Try mine. Oh, yeah, okay. Try mine. You think it would fit me? Oh, are we calling her fat? Or skinny? I don't know. Wait, hold on. She's gonna get mad though, right? Click. Nope. Give it a try. I don't think it's worth the effort. Don't be a wimp. We'll find you some swimming trunks. Those words only added to my fear. Wait for me by the canteen. I'll be back soon. Okay. There was nothing wrong with me waiting for her, is there? Finishing my breakfast, I left the building and sat on the stairs. Pioneers, all having their own business, hurried past me one by one. Why would you sit on the stairs? You're blocking people's way. Sit on this freaking bench! Or this bench! Or get in the car. No one stopped by me. No one even looked in my direction. Because I don't actually exist. That's the secret. No, it's okay. It seemed they didn't consider me a stranger, but exactly the opposite. Just another teenager, their age, their comrade. You could say. I totally forgot to say comrade when I went to the square. I think I did that before, right? I caught myself thinking that I had started to consider this camp and its inhabitants with not as much caution as I had on the first day. Indeed, Alyssa was back in a couple minutes. Ready? Ready for what? She gave me the trunks. Though you could call them trunks. They look like pink boxers decorated with butterflies and flowers. Oh, great. She just wants to see my D. Actually, they were boxers. I'm almost afraid to ask, but where did you get these? Too scared to put them on? Well, you know. I have not the slightest intention of doing so. That is really sketchy. Wearing someone else's underwear. I appreciate her joke, but I wasn't going to make myself a laughing stock. Put them on! She said roughly. Why don't you try them on instead of me? Oh, I see what we're doing! Oh man, getting her naked. Yeah. I think that the color of this swimsuit would set off your eyes very nicely. They're pink. No, not another bet. I lost my bet last time, didn't I? I can't remember what the bet was, but I lost. I had no desire to accept her bets. No thanks. Alright. You either go to the beach wearing them, or you swim naked. Oh, I bet she wants me to do the latter. Weighing the pros and cons, even the second option seemed better than the first. I'm not planning to go anywhere at all. Then I'll tell everyone that you left these trunks in my cabin. Didn't she do that last time? Didn't she give us an ultimatum last time? And it's like we were like harassing her, like sexually harassing her if we didn't do something for her. Oh, this girl. At least she tucked her shirt into her skirt. Why would I do that? How should I know? She burst into laughter. I didn't want to argue with Alyssa, so I decided to go to the beach in the end. Wait, last time did I do her thing? I don't remember if I did. I think I did. But not in these flamboyant trunks. Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Don't be late. She ran off after saying that. Okay, I dragged myself, or my feet, into the leader's cabin to get a towel and hopefully find something like trunks. Olga Dmitryevna was waiting for me in the room. Semyon, did you hear anything about Shurk? Same as half an hour ago. I walked to my bed and took a towel. Are you going somewhere? Yes, to the beach. Wait, do you have swimming trunks? You came here without any luggage, as I recall. Strange. That fact didn't seem to surprise her during our first encounter. No. So what will you wear? Good question, what? I don't know. Wait a minute. She walked into the wardrobe and locked the drawer. Fortunately, she has trunks for some reason. In a moment, she had a pair of normal black trunks. Where'd you get those? More importantly, why? Someone from the previous session might have forgot them. Hope she means camp session, not like cabin leader session. Considering all the strange things in this camp, it wasn't really surprising to find men's swimming trunks in Olga Dmitryevna's room. Alright, Semyon. I don't know what you're trying to say about Olga, but it's not nice, man. Thanks. The trunks were just my size. Oh my gosh. Is the plot that somehow I was actually the last person here and I left those trunks and somehow things happened, they don't remember me and I got transported back? I don't know. I got changed behind the cabin and went to the beach. Oh, is it black because it's like censored? That's nice though. That's equal opportunity. They're censoring dudes changing as well as ladies changing. So, props to you guys. Props to you. A lot of pioneers had already gathered there, but I recognize only Alyssa and Olyana. Come here. I'm surprised she doesn't have her or CCCP whatever thing on her swimsuit too. I walked over to them and sat in the on the sand. I see you found something better. I realize that their things are matching their hair, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because, yeah. Color-wise. She stared at my trunks and smirked. I don't know how I feel about that. It's not that small, is it? As you can see. Come on, let's swim. I don't want to. I'll take a sip of water, though. That's good water. I don't want to. Maybe later. I was not a fan of swimming. Oh, man. Is it going to be like the same as yesterday where it was like, I don't know how to swim. Oh, and then let's go swimming in the evening. And then it was romantic and nice. And we see a different side of someone. Okay. Suit yourself. The girls ran into the water. Why didn't I come here? Or why did I come here? Why am I not looking for answers? Or out looking for answers? I should care about it now? Or should I care about it now? Sorry, I'm getting distracted by this guy mowing the lawn outside. Sovionok seemed normal. It's just really loud. You can probably hear it. Certainly, the mowing, that is. Certainly, a lot of strange things happened to me during these 3.5 days, but not one of them, taken separately, seemed at all supernatural. Especially since I didn't get any closer to finding so much as a clue. On the contrary, everything that had happened has only confused me more. What alternatives do I have? I won't get any truth from the local residents, though I doubt they even know it. Should I try to leave this place? But how far can I walk, considering that I don't even know where I am? Turns out that my only option is to wait. After some time, the girls came back. Ulyana held something in her hand. Oh, she has like a jellyfish or something she's gonna put on my head. Look! It's a crawfish. I looked up and saw a crawfish. Or crayfish, sorry. Crayfish. Crayfish? Okay, just a normal crayfish. Oh man, are we gonna get like another awkward naked scene where like he like snips off her like bikini top or something? Ulyana laid next to me and started tormenting it. That's not nice. Leave the poor animal alone. Is she like tickling its tail? Why? It's just a crayfish. So what? It has the right to live too. I'll just rip off its claws and ask the cook to boil it for dinner? Damn, that's harsh. As if we have nothing else to eat. I looked at Alyssa. She seemed to be totally uninterested in Ulyana's fun with the poor sea creature. Tell her! What's wrong? It's a crayfish. It deserves it. That sounds like something she would say. It looks like the girls missed their lesson on nature in primary school and lack empathy for the environment. Give it! I snatched the crayfish off, or crawfish. Crayfish off Ulyana. Suit yourself. She was a little surprised I was a little surprised she didn't resist. I looked into the eyes of the poor animal. They didn't express anything, but I thought that if it could speak, it would certainly be outraged. Maybe it would even go to the UN Convention of Human Rights. To tell the truth, I wasn't sure that would help. I took the crayfish to the river and set it free. I thought we were at a beach. Never mind. I'll catch more. They'll probably have them here, said Ulyana. No doubt about it. Was that really necessary? I mean, it has the person's name. For who's saying it. I mumbled. Sorry, unfortunately. Time passed, and I was getting sleepy. I fell asleep. Oh man, they're gonna bury me in the sand, aren't they? I never remember what I was dreaming about, if I was dreaming at all. But I woke up when someone shook my shoulders. Oh, I guess they weren't. Why are you here? You seem to be everywhere. Olga Dmitrovna stood next to me. Did you come to swim too? I asked, still half asleep. No. It's almost time for lunch, and we still can't find Shurik. The leader said, standing before me in a wet swimsuit. And? I want you to go look for him. It seems like I'm the only pioneer in this camp. I was sincerely outraged. Every time it was getting clear that Olga Dmitrovna considered me her errand boy, to be used like a slave. Excuse me. Or vice versa. Wait, what? Every time, so she consider me like an errand boy? Oh, you mean, okay. What, okay, vice versa, slave and errand boy. Okay, never mind. I thought he meant like vice versa, like me to her. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Okay, gotcha. If I came to you, then I want you to help me. Why exactly me? However, after giving it some thought, I decided to agree. After all, my shoulders and back got sunburned. Great. While I was sleeping and searching for a Shurik will let me get acquainted with unexplored locations of the camp. Oh, that's actually pretty smart. Okay. It was not exactly right to wander around wearing only swim trunks, so I should get changed first. 10 minutes later, I stood outside Olga Dmitrovna's cabin, deciding where to go. Oh. Do we now have a chance to go? Oh, okay, I can go here. Closest one aisle. Long aisle. Or, island, sorry. Island. There was the beach. Let's go hang out over here. I don't know who this person with the bag over their head is. But it's still a stupid idea. If Shurik was hiding anywhere in camp, he would have been found by now. Of course, assuming he wants to be found. So I hardly think I can help them. Together with this thought, I entered the cabin and stretched myself on the bed. Oh, was that the cabin that I was already standing outside of? Nothing good will happen if Olga Dmitrovna finds me here. Stop! Enough! Am I just some trembling creature, or do I have rights? I didn't want to do anything anyway. The day was just as hot as the previous one, and the only thing to do was to stay in bed and wait for lunch. Oh, is that the option I chose? I thought I was going to be able to go to all those places. Otherwise, I would have picked something else. I was just falling asleep when somebody knocked the door. Come in. Slavia stood on the doorstep. Olga Dmitrievna isn't here, is she? No. And what are you doing? She asked with suspicion. I looked over myself, lying in bed, and said, lying down. I can see that, but I heard Olga Dmitrievna asked you to find Shurik. Well, yes, and? What's the point? I'm sure she already turned the whole camp upside down. Not much time has passed. Why should we panic? You know, stuff could happen. Slavia looked at me thoughtfully. Get up! Do I have to? I was so worn out that even the thought of going somewhere frightened me. Yes, you do. Slavia was, or is not, a person who I could ever say no to. Well, that's good to know in the future. I stood up reluctantly and went out of the cabin with her. We stood at the doorway for some time, relaxing in the beams of summer sun, though I was rather frying. Where shall we go? We have to look everywhere. Get the map again? Great idea. Just great. Well, the first stop in our route was the library, but I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So let's go ahead and click save here. There you go. Yes, we will override that. So, I guess next time we will be going on our search for Shurik, and hopefully nothing crazy is happening to him. Oh my god, maybe he and Electronic finished the robot, and like maybe Electronic was like, I'm gonna go like hit the night or go to bed for the night, and then Shurik was like, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish a little bit, like, you know, continue working on it a little bit more, and then I'll head out. And they're like, alright, bye. And then he like finished it, and then the robot like became sentient and like took him somewhere. That's what I think is gonna happen next. Not really, like in all reality, probably not, but wouldn't that be something? Alright, so I guess next time we'll find out, maybe we'll find out what happened to Shurik. So, till then, thank you for watching. Bye.